G'day guys, welcome to this RXYSV2 video. Today I'll be talking to you guys about NRL round 19 predictions for 2019 guys. So let's get started. So the first game of this round sees the Sharks going up against the Cowboys. This game will be a cracker of a match. Thursday night, it will be an absolute great game. I do think that this one was going to have a lot of points in, but I do think the Cowboys, they put up sometimes a fight, but sometimes they do lose, sometimes they win. I do not sure, but I am going to tip the Sharks here by 6 points, and they will get the job done here. And I just think that this game will be a tight match at PointsBet Stadium, and this game will be an absolute great game to see the Sharks up against the Cowboys, and this one will be just a tight, probably a low-scoring game, and I just think that probably be a high-scoring, low-scoring, average, but I just think it will be a low-scoring game. But yeah, I reckon the score prediction that I would put in probably will be, let's say, 16 points to 10. I reckon this game will be an absolute great game though, but Chad Townsend is a great player, but I reckon he will seal the deal, and I reckon he will get the job done, and he will get a couple of tries, assists to see the Sharks getting some points and getting some tries here. But yeah, I reckon this game though will be a 10 out of 10 game at PointsBet Stadium, but I am going to go with the Sharks here by 6 points. The next game of this round sees the Newcastle Knights going up against the West Tigers here. This game will be an absolute great game. I will think that this game just be a simple one, and I reckon that probably a couple of tries will probably get this win. But yeah, I do think that the Newcastle Knights, seeing Aiden Guerra, Mason Lino, Daniel Saifiti, and I think Jacob Saifiti will be in for that squad. But yeah, seeing Jesse Ramian and Harmel Hunt in the number 2 is an absolute surprising squad. But yeah, going into that, Kalen Ponga is an absolute freak. I do think that this game though will be a cracker of a match, and I reckon that this one will be a simple one, but I'm going to go for the Newcastle Knights here by 18 points, and I reckon this one will be a high scoring match with so many fans out there supporting the Newcastle Knights, and I reckon this game though will be a cracker of a match, seeing the Newcastle supporters cheering on for their home team, and I reckon so many fans will just be cheering on for Newcastle Knights. But I do not sure what's going on with the West Tigers here, because I do think that they're falling apart a bit, but sometimes they do win. I'm not saying any negative things, I just think that they are falling apart though. But I reckon that this game though will be a great game. But seeing a couple of the West Tigers supporters at Beanie Brand Cancer Stadium or something like that, I reckon it'll be a shocker, and yeah, I reckon a lot of crowds will definitely support the Newcastle Knights, and I reckon that this game though will be a 10 out of 10 game. But I just think that the West Tigers probably will fall apart, and I reckon this one will be an absolute great game to see the Newcastle Knights getting heaps of points here, and I reckon this game will be a cracker and a tight match. But yeah, I went for the Newcastle Knights here by 18 points, and I reckon that the scoreline probably will be in the 30s. But yeah, I reckon this game though will be a cracker of a match, and I reckon this scoreline though, I reckon, from my point of view, will be 24 points to 16. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not very good with numbers, so I'm going to go with the 24 points to 16 scoreline, and yeah, I reckon this game will be a very good game. The next game of this round sees the Rabbitohs up against the Dragons. This one will be an absolutely great game, but seeing two Burgess brothers in that squad, oh my goodness. They are just so damaging. They have that lot of spark and speed, but sometimes they can score tries, but they are just a dominant two players. I think that Luke Burgess is retired, but I don't know about Sam Burgess. But yeah, I'm not too sure about it. But yeah, I reckon this game will be a great game. But I do think that they'll probably have a lot of injuries, and I reckon that this game will have that spark and speed with so many players coming into that squad with probably new people in. But I reckon Jason Sub is a new player, and he is making his debut for his first time at Anglican Stadium, and they're taking on the Rabbitohs. But I am going to go with the Dragons here by 12 points, and I reckon it will change how the way that form will be, and I reckon that this game will put a lot of points on, and I reckon this game will find that spark and obviously affect the Rabbitohs here. But I do think that coming into that squad, Corey Norman is not a great fullback, but with Matt Duffy in the 14 or 15 or 16 number of that jersey, it's just not unacceptable. But I just think that Matt Duffy is a great player, but sometimes Dragons will probably change their squad anyway. But yeah, I reckon this game will be a great game, and I am going to go with the Dragons here by 12 points, and I reckon that this game will be probably 20 points to 12 or 24-12. But I do think that this game have, I reckon, probably they will find their form. But yeah, I am going to go with Dragons here by 12 points. The next game of this round will be the Eels up against the Warriors. My Warriors side, they are finding their game, but since they played up against the Cronulla Sharks at Westpac Stadium in Wellington, that was just a brilliant match. But I do think that the Eels will put a lot of fight on, and I reckon they'll win by 6 points here. But I do think that Wonga Blake will definitely change their form. With Blake Ferguson is ruled out because of that knee infection, I do think that Wonga Blake will definitely bring the game to a great win. But I do think that this game will be a good game, but seeing the Warriors, they are a tough side with Isaac Luke, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, David Fusitu'a, and Ken Mamalo. All four of them, they are so good. But I do think that this game will be a 10 out of 10 game, and I reckon probably this game will be just enough to get a win here. But I reckon 26 points to 20 will definitely find the Eels getting a win here by 6 points. But I do think that this game will be a difficult game, but I reckon for the Eels, they're just not finding their form that well. I am not going to say any negative things, but I do think that the Eels, they just need to find their form, and they need to grow up to a higher level. But yeah, I reckon they will find their form, and I reckon this scoreline will be 26 points to 20, and I am going to go with the Eels here by 6 points. I reckon the next game of this round, we'll see the Titans going up against the Brisbane Broncos. Okay, this game, for the Titans, they're not finding their form at all. You guys are just terrible. You only put a couple of tries in, and you'll just be tired and you'll just give up. But I am going to go with the Broncos here by 14 points, and I reckon they will definitely get the job done by so many points. But I do think that this game, this scoreline, will be 26 points to 14, and I reckon this scoreline will have that pressure against the Gold Coast Titans, and I reckon this game will be a cracker of a match, and I reckon it will be two dominant games will have that pressure But I do think that the Titans will probably win in that first half, and then the Broncos will come out in the second half and they'll put a lot of points on against the Titans, and I reckon this game will put up a lot of fight, and Titans, they'll probably struggle. But so sorry to say, the Titans, you're just terrible, and you need to actually wake up and actually play footy, because at the moment you guys are just not playing footy at all. Every time I see you guys, you only put a couple of points on, and then like the visitors, they only win that game. And yeah, seeing the Storm up against the Titans, they've put so many points on against the Titans. But yeah, I reckon Broncos will definitely put points on, and yeah, I reckon this game will be an absolute great game, and I do think that it will put on a lot of fight and pressure. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos here by 14 points. The next game of this round will see the Melbourne Storm taken versus the Manly Sea Eagles, and I just think that this game will have that potential, and I am definitely gonna go with the Melbourne Storm here by 10 points, but they'll probably miss a goal by Cameron Smith. He is playing his great game, 401 or 403 or 2, something like that. The number of games he's played, the number of years he's played, oh my god, I have a lot of respect for you, Cameron Smith. You are an absolute freak. But I cannot believe that Josh Adokar is out with Shandell Earl replacing him, and yeah, I just think that this game will be a great game, but I reckon this scoreline will be 20 points to 10 up against the Manly Sea Eagles. They are a great side. Manly Sea Eagles, they are a great football team. But yeah, I do think that this game will be a dominant, great game. But yeah, I am going to go with the Melbourne Storm here by 10 points. The next game of this round will see the Bulldogs going up against the Sydney Roosters. This one here will be a simple one, and I am vlogging at that game, and I will be at ANZ Stadium to see the Bulldogs and Roosters. But I do think that this game will put up a lot of fight, but I reckon Bulldogs, they'll put a lot of pressure against the Roosters. But the Bulldogs, they are falling apart a bit, but they are just very good players. But I just think the Roosters will get this here by 10 points, and I reckon this game will be a cracker of a match, and I do think that this game will probably be, let's just say, 30 points, 20. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that scoreline. But yeah, I do think that this game will be an absolute great game. But yeah, I just think that the Roosters will put up a fight, but I reckon Bulldogs will struggle, and they will probably not put any points on. But yeah, I am going to go with the Roosters here by 10 points, and they will get the job done with so many players coming in, with Luke Keary, James Tedesco, Joseph Manu. All these players will spark to that team, and they will get the job done. Simple as that. The next game, the last but not least game, we'll see the Panthers going up against the Canberra Raiders. Now this clash will be an absolute tight match, but I do think that this game will be a simple one, but I do think that Charles Nicoll-Klokstad will get a couple of points, or try assists, probably 3 try assists, but yeah, I reckon probably Jared Croker will get a couple of tries, excuse me for that, but I do think that this game will be an absolute great game. But yeah, I reckon so many points will definitely put a lot of frightening and a lot of emotions and probably goosebumps up their sleeves, and I reckon that this game will be a definitely tighter of a match, and I do think that this game will be an absolute great game. But with the Panthers, they are fallen apart a bit because they are missing Valiami Kickout. But yeah, I do think that this game will put up a lot of potential and will put up a lot of fight. But I am going to go with the Raiders here by 14 points, and they will get the job done here by so many levels. And yeah, I reckon it will be a simple one, but I do think that this game will be a great game to see the Raiders here by 14 points. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I will be filming the Bulldogs and Roosters on Sunday afternoon, and that will be 2 o'clock. But yeah, unfortunately I won't be at the Eels and Warriors since I am working, and it is 3 hours after that. But yeah, unfortunately I won't be doing that, but I will be doing the Bulldogs and Roosters, and I will be filming that for you guys out there. They will definitely see my videos. But yeah, thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. Until then, take care.